Satire, as eloquently explained by Encyclopaedia Britannica, is an artistic form, chiefly literary and dramatic, in which human vices, follies, abuses, or shortcomings are judged by means of ridicule, derision, parody, caricature, or other methods, sometimes with an intent to inspire social reform. In The Menu, acclaimed Succession director Mark Mylod and the Onion News Network writers Seth Reese and Will Tracy have used this powerful storytelling tool to present a devilish tale of deconstructed dishes and unsavory clientele. But before I get into 5 ways this film uses satire, please consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and switching on notifications, as it really helps us out. Be warned, this video will include spoilers. Number 1. The restaurant industry. The most immediately obvious satirical content in The Menu relates to the restaurant industry, specifically the brigade system that was developed in the late 19th century by influential French chef working at the Savoy Hotel, Georges Auguste Escoffier. Inspired by the hierarchical structure he saw in the military when he was serving as a chef, Escoffier developed a similar system for use in a normal kitchen, assigning specific roles to increase efficiency and minimize waste. This system relies on a similar level of discipline as in the army, with the executive chef, Ralph Fiennes' character Julian Slowik, giving instructions that are acknowledged by his kitchen staff using the infamous phrase, "Yes, chef," just like a general in the army. What brings it into the realms of satire within The Menu is the exaggerated relationship that borders on a cult, with Slowik shouting "I love you," to which his staff diligently reply in perfect unison that they love him back. It really hardens the implications of the phrase, especially when accompanied by that commanding clap to attention. In an interview, chief technical consultant for the film chef Dominique Crenn says she doesn't see Slowik as a villain, but as an artist trying to deal with the pressures of his position, especially given the high price point and reputation he's trying to uphold. At times, I was able to empathize with him, like when his regulars who have visited 11 times at $1,000 per person per visit couldn't name a single dish that they've tried, or when he tells Margot that it's been a long time since he's felt joy when cooking for someone. On the other hand, we see the deadly consequences of his power when he persuades not one but 2 people to end their own lives when he tells them that they aren't good enough, not to mention the rest of the staff who meet their fiery end because of their love for him. It's a darkly effective balancing act between presenting the ridiculous and the accurate aspects of this high-pressure industry, with the audience left in awe at the sheer dedication of these people and the consequences of that dedication. Number 2. The rich and famous. Director Mark Mylod has won 2 Primetime Emmys for the drama series Succession, which sharply explores the day-to-day drama of the corporate elite battling between blood and money. If you haven't watched it, I would highly recommend doing so, as it's definitely one of the best written pieces of TV that I've ever experienced. The Menu features similar themes as Succession, with all of the guests apart from Margot presumed to be filthy rich. Indeed, Slowik recognizes Margot has previously worked in retail and demands she choose a side. Is she one of the guests or one of the staff? Throughout the film, the socioeconomic disparities between the rich and the poor are frequently acknowledged, such as Tyler's indifference to bringing Margot despite knowing that she'll die, and the tortillas that expose the finance trio's embezzling, and Slowik's humble burger joint origins that ultimately save Margot. However, this theme truly comes to a delightful satiric fruition when the guests are presented with the breadless bread plate, a metaphor showcasing how the rich really cannot be rich without the poor, the rich being the savory accompaniments and the poor being the bread that is missing from the plate. It's deliciously clever. Number 3. The Me Too movement. In a rare break from Slowik's poetic musings, sous chef Catherine Ocampo gets to explain to the guests how Slowik made several advances on her 2 years ago that she refused. She announces the next course called humiliation and proceeds to stab Slowik in the thigh with kitchen scissors. In terms of satire, this moment reflects on the inequalities and harassment faced by many women in the workplace, as brought to light by the Me Too movement. Catherine is exposing the man behind the mask who has abused his power. This takes on a darkly comedic twist when the men are forced to run and be hunted, a game that physically represents the everyday experience of many women. Interestingly, Slowik is allowing this scrutiny and humiliation when he doesn't need to. He's owning his actions and apologizing, but does this mean he's giving back or removing power from Catherine, who is the victim? Furthermore, the scissors in the thigh directly relate to Slowik's childhood, in which he did the same thing to his father to stop him hurting his mother, suggesting Slowik is a victim himself. Though I don't have time to explore all of the possibilities within this video, I'll leave you with this. Imagine the shift in power dynamics and metaphorical implications if Catherine had decided to castrate him instead. Number 4. Cancel culture. Long before cancel culture was a popularized term, critics have had the power to make or break people's careers and livelihoods. In the context of the restaurant industry, one bad review from the right critic could close a restaurant, something the character of Lillian has been responsible for, as shown by her personalized tortillas. It's a power that has been explored by many culinary films such as Burnt, Chef, and Ratatouille. This applies to a whole host of modern professions, like YouTubers and influencers, whose entire life is scrutinized and judged. The satire lies partly in how Slowik avenges his colleagues by ending Lillian's life, and partly in how he in turn judges the movie star, who was chosen to be at this death sentence dinner because of a role he played in a film the chef did not enjoy. He's cancelled in the most sinister way for spoiling the chef's one Sunday off. It's a potent commentary on how much power people can have over others, which is particularly haunting in this age of keyboard warriors. Number 5. Art and art culture. Using the restaurant industry as the core example, the menu comments on art as a concept overall. To Slowik, the cooks, the staff, Tyler, Lillian, and Ted, food is an art. Tyler compares his love for this art to how other people enjoy watching sports or listening to specific musicians. Similarly, the movie star is known for his films, which are his art. This is where the film harnesses the power of the meta-narrative, as we are judging it as a piece of art in itself. Then I am analyzing it further in this video, and you in turn get to decide whether my observations alter your opinion of the film. The satire transpires using the classically pretentious attitude towards art, the "you just don't get it" sort of attitude, which we see vocalized by Tyler with Margot. I found it fascinating how Slowik's mission becomes trying to figure out how to present his art in such a way so that it resonates with Margot, so that she finds value in his art. The filmmakers behind the menu are on the same mission, deconstructing controversial and difficult topics from contemporary culture and making them more palatable, encouraging their audience to have conversations they might not have had otherwise. Overall, the menu brilliantly uses satire to shock, inspire, and entertain its audience, with plenty of juicy details left to analyze and enjoy post-credits, alongside the unforgettable final image of those toasty life-size s'mores. Thank you for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe and switch on notifications so you don't miss future videos, and comment below with your thoughts on the film. For more film content, feel free to follow us on Twitter, Letterboxd, and TikTok. Links in the description. Otherwise, this has been Tea Break Film Reviews. My name's Michelle, and I hope you have a great day.